Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Stop. 34 seconds into the stream, by the way. What are we talking about? I'm not watching, by the way. Yo, okay. Hello, Retro. Hello, Glorpsex. How are we doing today? On a scale from 1 to 10. I'm having a plane flight in 3 minutes. Yo, have fun, twin. Hello, Eli Gli Beli? Did I remember it? Did I remember how to say your name, twin? Yo, thank you for the Prime, twin. I appreciate it. W. Eli. This Eli survived the craziest of allegations. What do you mean Californian, bro? What do you mean Californian? Hello, perhaps a moth. Hello, Eli Gli Beli. Hello, B guesses. You're doing a 7? Okay. Who is that woman? Hello, Amr. I don't think I said that correctly. Hello, Mova. Apparently I wasn't subbed. What's up with that? Thanks for clearing that up, Eli. Jace, thank you for the 15 gay florps, twin. Hello, Mist. It is good to see you, twin. How are you doing?
Hi, Kiwi53 Pet.
Thank you so much for the sub, twin. Hello, 53 Pet. W Farrell. What's up, twin? How are we doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Hello, Jace. Hello, Jace. Hello, Amr. Hello, Mova. Hello, Eli. Hello, Jace. Hello, Mist. Hello, Magical Woodlander. Hello, Amr again. Hello, Jace again. Hello, Farrell. Hello, Anomalocaris. Kiwi. Okay. So we're just making fun of me. Okay. Text to speech for subs now. Yeah. I turned it on for subs as well. I just felt like it was kind of fair because how much is a sub? It's $5, right? And I have text to speech turned on for $1. So it only seems fair, right? The nails are killer. Thank you. Wait, I totally forgot. I'm in the process of putting on my nails, so I have 3 done. 3 done. How do people wipe their ass with nails? That is my question. For me, it's $7. $7 for a sub. What? Yo, Jace, thank you for the 10 florps, twin. $7? Huh? How? I don't even think my YouTube membership costs that much. What is Twitch doing? I'm doing like a 5, but Kiwi STA, so it's probably going up. That's good to hear, Jace. $8. A sub is $8? What? What? There's no way. I'm pretty sure it varies by region, if I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure. $8! Bro, thank God for Prime. Holy moly, $8 is insane. They start digging in their butt, twin. Okay. Yeah, back to my question. How are you supposed to wipe your ass with these nails?
$9.
$9? Is it $9 for you, Eli? Yo, Eli, thank you so much for the 100 florps, twin. W, Eli. I mean, that's gift sub, so it might be different for self sub. Really? 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 Why would they do that? Why would they make it more expensive to gift a sub? I feel like that's counterintuitive. Hello, Freak Tea Girl. Greetings, twin. Hello, Midnight. Hello, Carrot. Hello, Sweetie Pepper. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you, Sokar. Thank you. I appreciate it, twin. I'm glad you like my 3 nails. Blasting music at 90 decibels ain't good for my ears, but it's so fun to be surrounded by sound. Flash said it's $8 for self-sub. That's so expensive. This is why we should all be using our Prime on Kiwi draws. Because who is actually going to spend $8? That's way too much. That's way too much. That's why we should all be saving our Prime for this channel. The nails look cool AF. I wanted long nails for a while, but I know I couldn't do anything with it. Exactly. That's why I get stick-on nails, because I can take them off after 24 hours. Because how do you do anything? Like, imagine trying to blow your nose and it's like... LMAO Prime, I ain't doing all that. Okay. I mean, to be fair, it's a good deal if you have Prime already. Retro says pad of finger, not tip of finger. Freak T-Girl, thank you so much for the Prime twin. Yo, W Freak T-Girl. I appreciate it. Freak T-Girl heard my rant about Prime, and she took action. That's my goat right there. Yes, I agree, we should all Prime. Hell yes, twin. Thank you so much. Hello, Kirby. Greetings, Kirby. How are you doing today? Flash drive. Oh, I see. Buy a bidet. Yeah. Sweetie Pepper, I feel like that's the only option. Because what do you mean I'm gonna have to, like, get up in there with these excavators? That seems like a disaster waiting to happen. OMG, a fellow freak T-girl, hi. You know that one image where it's like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? That's how I feel about the username freak T-girl in a Kiwi stream. Okay. Guys, I feel so weird today. Like, for the last couple of days, I felt really tired and, like, quiet and shy and anxious. But then today, for some reason, I woke up with the worst night of sleep ever. Let me tell you, I genuinely slept so horribly, it's insane. It's insane. And I woke up and I felt like a changed man. I woke up and decided I need to take control of my life. I need to step outside my comfort zone and go do things that make me uncomfortable. No more staying complacent. Every time I'm hesitant to do something because it makes me scared or uncomfortable, I gotta do it anyway. That's all the more reason to do it. I literally reached out to a friend that I haven't spoken to in like almost a year, saying, hey girl, we should get lunch sometime. Like, what? Should I play Overwatch with Pupwee or should I stay in bed and cry? Depends on what time it is for you. Probably, I don't know. See, because crying can be good. If you need to get out some emotions, crying can be good. And then get that release of, endorphins? Sometimes crying is necessary. Sometimes it's good to just get it out. Hello, Willow. Greetings, twin. It's 8:42 p.m. Yo, twin, sometimes crying is good. Sometimes you just gotta get it out. I'm so mad it keeps resetting my badge thingy to number 1 florps, and I want the Moroccan flag. For me, you have the Moroccan flag. But, like, I literally feel bipolar-esque today. Because my autistic ass woke up and decided, I gotta travel the world. I gotta do something. I gotta do something big. Why is it streaming? Like, I'm literally thinking, like, what can I do to make myself extremely challenged and outside of my comfort zone? I'm looking back into singing, like, I want to get in front of an audience. I want to train. I want to get more comfortable speaking in front of people. I want to change shit. I feel like I've been complacent for too long. I feel like I've had the same routine every single day. Is that why you're early? Is that why I'm early? No, I'm early because I only walked today. Usually I walk and go to the gym. Today I just did an extra long walk/run, and I didn't go to the gym. And then I came straight home. And I guess I was kind of motivated, so it took me less time than usual. You can grind programming. See, but like, I want to experience life. I'm really thinking, like, whether or not something makes me uncomfortable is not important. In fact, if something makes me uncomfortable, chances are I should do it. What I care about is what is going to shape me into the person that I want to be. For example, programming, pretty comfortable. It's kind of boring, but like it's not challenging me. It's not making me step outside my comfort zone. And it also wouldn't shape me into the person that I want to be. I don't want to be a programmer. Shocker, spoiler alert, I don't think I'm going to graduate college. And if I do, it's certainly not going to be with a software engineering degree. So like grinding programming doesn't really fall within the category of things that I want to do. I want to do things that make me uncomfortable and that strengthen me as a person, as a human being, like singing. I'm going on strike. First you make me break up with my girlfriend and now you're making me cry. Yeah, that's it, thanks. I don't want to make you cry, Jace, but I think sometimes crying is necessary. If you have a lot of emotions built up, I think sometimes it's better to just let it out. Are your nails different? No, these just grow naturally that way. Usually I trim them and I shave them down, but today I decided to grow them out. Go diving, sky, or scuba. That's a good idea, but you see, I'm a little bit poor. Hello, Orphan System. Greetings, Twin. Thank you for the follow, Maple Milk. Thank you. Nails are peaked today? Thank you, Twin. I appreciate it. Everything makes me feel uncomfortable. Still waiting for the getting stronger part. I get it, Twin. I get it. One thing that makes me really uncomfortable is texting people. Because in the past, I used to draft a message and then reread it and then stress and be like, okay, how do I word this? How do I word this? Is this too awkward? Is this too much? Should I say thank you or should I say I appreciate it? And like, I would just obsess over texts before sending them. But recently I've been trying to just send it. If anything makes me uncomfortable, I fucking do it. There was this one person that I'm familiar with that also does singing, and he's like really good. He's professional, he's in the business. And I've always been hesitant to reach out because it's like, I don't know how to like speak and word it properly, and what if I'm a bother? But today I just decided, no, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. And my brain was telling me, but what if your text is like cringe? What if it's weird? What if he judges you? What if he's annoyed? But I just sent it anyway, even though it made me uncomfortable. And it was like, whoa, that's what I was so scared of? Sending a text? That's what I was so scared of? I don't know. I've only started really stepping outside my comfort zone today, but so far I'm liking it. So far I'm liking it. Go on a walk, but this time speak to as many people as you can. Ride the bus across town and explore. No, because why are you cooking, Casanetero? Why are you cooking? Why are you cooking? Ana Maloqueres, that is correct. You'll notice that the trip counter is almost at 40%. Everybody say thank you, missed life. Everybody say thank you, missed life. A certain mist donated a large amount of cold brew. That is why we are now at 40%. Thank you, mist. Hell yes, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Thank you for the follow, James. I appreciate it, Twin. Same, I overthink everything I say or text. Exactly. But like, it's really not worth it. Sometimes I reflect and I realize there are people in this world that are just genuinely like insufferable assholes. There are people that are actually mean. And here I am worrying about my behavior and my wording when I'm just being polite. And the worst case scenario is that I'm awkward. You want to know another crazy fact? You know what I realized? I have no friends. Like, legitimately none. Isn't that insane, bro? Hi, Sprout. Like, hi, Fasteel. Greetings. Hi, Meatball Jones. Oh my gosh, good to see you, Twin. Like, I have 0 friends. I feel like I'm missing out on life. Like, what do you mean I have literally 0 friends? I have people that I speak to online, but I feel like as a human being, it's kind of crucial to have IRL people that you can talk to. When's the last time I went out with a friend? Because in my sophomore year of college, I literally spoke to no one. Did I make a friend? Yeah, there was like one girl that I kind of talked to, for class. And then I never spoke to her ever again. Like, I have people that I could hang out with. You're such a fun person, not parasocial at all. Kiwi verse meetup. Yeah, that'll heal my social inadequacy. Kiwi is parasocial with us chatters. The poop finger is devastating. The poop finger. But yeah, I realized I legitimately never hang out with people, ever. That's so bad. That's part of the reason why I reached out to one of my, like, current friends. Boy, I'm hot. Boy, I'm hot. I reached out to one of my acquaintances. Like, we were tight back in the day. I join and the first thing I hear is the poop fingers. I'll cry. Oh, the poop finger is a Hey Adults reference, not you. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. What was I talking about? Yeah. So that is why I reached out to my acquaintance. Because I realized I need to actually do shit with my life. Like, this is insane. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Good night, Kiwi and shitters. Good night, Jace. Thank you for the 10 Florps, twin. I smell the poop finger. Yes, Gwen, you can go do your laundry. Meow. Oh my gosh! Yo, Eli, Geli, Beli with the 10 cold brew. Oh my goodness gracious, twin. Thank you so much. Yo, can I get a W, Eli, immediately? W, Eli, hell yeah. Yo, thank you so much, twin. Goodness gracious. Finally back, and yeah, they're talking about cleaning up rectums in there. Okay. He says flowers bloom in your heart. Yo, Eli, I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate your generosity, twin. 10 cold brews, thank you so much. I just got ice cream and my paycheck at the same time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, twin. I appreciate it, genuinely. Will the counter update? Yes. It's a little bit delayed. It's a little bit delayed. Thank you for the follow, Airborne. Did it update? I wasn't looking. There's like a 20-second delay or something? I don't know. Kid named Finger. Speaking of shit with life, I hopefully will be employed soon, which is legitimately so exciting, even if it's only grocery. That is really good. Like, good for you, Meatball Jones. That's another thing that I've been thinking of. I work, but I work from home. I work, but I do all of my work behind a computer in my room at midnight. Because I struggle to motivate myself to leave my house. Exactly! No, exactly. Exactly. Because the only time I leave my house is to go to the gym, go on a walk, and then go home. And the most social interaction I will have is when I'm crossing the street and I have to like awkwardly make eye contact with the car that's coming up and then has to wait for me impatiently while I cross. That is the most social interaction I get. Like, I need to talk to people. I need to actually do shit. OMG, first time seeing you live after watching videos for so long. Hello, Joanna. Good to see you, twin. Greetings. I'm in Europe. Based. I'll be there soon. Working at a grocery store back in the day made me dislike people even more. I feel like any job where you have to deal with customers does this. That makes sense. Do y'all know that I used to work in a restaurant? Do y'all know that I used to work in customer service? Customer service. I was a hostess. People are so entitled. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. One time, there was a couple picking up their to-go order. They had called, they had made an order. Okay, we prepared the food. It was on the counter. It was waiting to leave. It was waiting patiently. They arrive. They're waiting for us to like clean everything up and package it and all that. And they're like really mean. There's not an ounce of politeness or anything. They're like, hello. Oh yeah, my name is Stacy. Yeah, pick up. And then I'm like, oh, hi, welcome in. Like, oh, you're here for a pickup? Yeah. And so then I'm like, okay. Because I'm autistic, so any social interaction that doesn't go as I expect stresses me out. And so I go to like get their food ready and put it in the bag and give it to them. And they start. The two of them occupy a single chair, and the guy's sitting there, and the girl's sitting on his lap, and they're like cuddling. They're cuddling in the middle of this public ass restaurant. A kind of nice restaurant, not like schwanky, but like nice. And they're just sitting there like beyond the normal level of PDA, cuddling in a chair in my restaurant. That was so weird too, because the duality of them being rude and like very cold, the audacity of straight people, exactly. The duality of them being rude and cold at the counter, but then when they're cuddling in the chair, they're just abundantly warm. Negative aura. Green aura with flies. Like, I have so many stories from that restaurant. And none of them are good. None of them are good. One time, so I'm a host, right? I get paid minimum wage, I get no tips, and I also have to carry the entire restaurant on my back. And one time, I'm polishing the silverware at the front because I have to man the station whilst doing household chores. So like, I'm standing there making sure nobody's coming in, but I'm also doing household chores. And I'm polishing the knives, and I finish polishing this entire tub. This whole tub of knives. I'm talking like a lot of weight. I finish. I go to pick up a container of knives that I just finished polishing. You know, the massive, just like overflowing container of knives. They're butter knives, by the way, not like dangerous, but just cutlery. And I drop it. You know when you're sitting in a classroom and somebody drops a hydro flask and it's like 10,000 decibels? Imagine that, but in a restaurant where you're working and everybody is like, and I'm just at the front with all these knives just scattered on the floor. And it was so loud. I can't even convey to you how loud it was. It puts hydro flasks to shame. It like blasted my eardrums. Hydro flasks. Okay. It was so loud. It was ear piercing. And then I had to shamefully collect all the knives that I had just cleaned, by the way. They have to go through the dishwasher, then come to me to polish. And I had to shamefully collect them all and then put them right back onto the dish rack to be washed. I have so many stories from that place and none of them are good. That happened to me once when I was working at Olive Garden. This Tunisian guy and a girl with no nose came in to E-Day IRL. Yeah, who could that be? Who could that be? I just know the dishwasher hated you. Actually, the dishwasher was one of the few people there that I liked. The dishwasher was one of the few people there that I liked. Because all of the other hosts and, the servers, the ones who actually got paid a lot, like way more than me, plus tips, didn't do shit. And they would just gossip the whole time while I was carrying the entire restaurant. You know, cleaning the bathroom, polishing the silverware, seating people, taking care of drinks, and they're just gossiping behind the counter. The hostesses and hosts and the servers were the ones that I couldn't stand. But the cooks and the dishwashers, they were actually so chill. One time, one of them brought us wings, and I got a wing for free. I was a chef at a steakhouse. The servers got paid less than minimum, but they got tips. I've heard of that as well. For some reason, at the restaurant that I worked at, the servers got paid like hella bank. Way more than me. Actual person. No, I was not talking to a machine. Believe it or not, I was not talking to a washing machine, to a dishwasher. I was talking to a person. Did you get burnt out after like 6 months? Guys, guess how long I was at that restaurant. Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess of how long I worked there before quitting. Do you think it was 6 months? OMG, are we gonna swap food service stories? Yes! Give me your food service stories. I've only been there for a short amount of time, and I already know the horrors. 5 seconds. 5 months? 3 months? Gladly, you're not there anymore, period. 1 month. 3 weeks? 6 or 7 months. Alright, guys. Would you believe me if I told you that Mist and Mova are actually the closest? I was there for a month and a half. A month and a half. Or was it 2 months? Something like 2 months. Yes, I got burnt out. Oh my gosh. My shifts were only 5 hours. And I would get into my car like I just ran a marathon. I felt the life just drained out of me. Just sucked out of me. My soul was gone. It just evaporated. Too short of a period. No. That was 2 months too long. I should have never gone there. Well, it was a good experience. It was a good experience. No, like, I don't regret it in the slightest. It just sucked. It sucked major ass. But it made me a better person. I'd get stir crazy working at that type of job. Because you don't even understand what kind of abuse they put me through. Again, I'm carrying the entire restaurant on my back, getting paid less than anyone else. I would always finish work sweating, you know. I had a bit of makeup on and it was all like crusty and greasy. When I worked at a fast food place, I worked 3 hours at a time and I'd almost throw up before every shift. Oh my goodness, Willow. I feel you, twin. I feel you. Was it because you were nervous that you threw up? I feel you, though. Because, like, I see other people working for 8 hours as a server, and it's like, oh my gosh. After 3 hours of helping people, not even, like, talking to them that much, like servers do, but just seating them, I want to hypothetically jump off of a bridge. I was at the steakhouse for, like, 8 months, then my boss started complaining about my National Guard schedule, so... Huh? I don't understand. Was it conflicting with work or something? I was kind of enjoying the other conversation, but aw shucks. I have no food experience and I refuse to work fast food. What was the other conversation? Oh, me, like, doing more shit with my life? Oh yeah, we can go back to that, don't worry. Yeah, the weight of expectations made my elbows sweat. I get that. I get that because you're supposed to sit there and just let people stick fingers up your ass. Like, no matter what disrespect you are given, you're just supposed to take it. And I don't know how to respond to that either. If somebody's disrespecting me, what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to just sit there like a good boy? And like, take it in the ass and do nothing about it? But I'm not supposed to talk back. But then, like, what am I supposed to say? If somebody's sitting there yelling at me for something that has nothing to do with me, oh my gosh, tangent. The tendency of people to blame hosts for literally everything. Excuse me. My steak is actually medium rare, but I ordered rare. This is unacceptable. Bro, I was not involved in the documentation of your order. I was not involved in the preparation of your order. I was not involved in the serving of your order. Why are these people talking to me about their food? Brother, I seat people and I clean the restaurant and I cut lemons and shit. Why are you telling me about your food? Brother, happen way too regularly. Like, I don't think people who have never worked in a restaurant before do not understand that hosts are not the person to ask about that shit. Bro, I can't help you with your steak. What do you mean you want another beer? I'm 16, bro. I can't even get that for you. That's a bit of a tangent. That's a bit of a rant. I suppose it's not their fault. If somebody asks me for something and they're just respectful, that is fine. But the tendency of people to think that hosts just command the whole restaurant. Excuse me, miss. I would like a lasagna and a lemonade, please. Okay, coming right up. Let me just hop into the saddle and I guess I'll go hop in the kitchen myself and make it for you. Like, do you think that I wear that many hats? I'm just so confused at the thought process. What do they think hosts do? Do you think I'm like standing up there for a couple minutes just for fun, and then I bounce back into the kitchen to go and make some food, and then I bounce back into the main floor to start serving dishes and talk to people? Like, in Germany, you can get beer at 16, by the way. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. That reminds me, I have this beer glass, like, massive, like a jug that I inherited. I think it's a liter. But I use it for my lemon water. I use it for my lemon water. My cutesy little, a little bit of salt, lemon, water. It helps me drink more because I don't drink enough. And I like having a massive glass. But anyway, it's a liter. Bro, what do you mean? It's German, by the way. It's from Germany. What do you mean people are drinking a liter of beer? Huh? What do you mean people are drinking a liter? I don't drink that much water. I think if I consumed a liter of beer, I would go straight to Valhalla. I would never wake up. Kiwi GPT, how do I make people actually like me? How do I make people actually like me? I would say the most important thing is to be authentic. Don't obsess over changing yourself to please other people. Rather, focus on changing yourself in ways that matter to you. Not like, I need to change my behavior, I need to be more bubbly or more extroverted or whatever, blah, 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 to make people like me. But rather, what gives me fulfillment in this life? What can I do to broaden my experiences, to give myself more practice being a human being? What that would look like for me? I don't like my social skills. Now, I'm not going to judge myself and say, I need to fake it. I need to pretend to act like this other person that I'm not. But one thing that I can do is actually go out there and talk to people to practice. Not that I want to change myself because I'm not good enough. I just want to get out there and experience life and let the experience do its thing, whilst I'm getting that fulfillment. And I'm not doing it because I'm so desperate for external validation. I'm doing it because I want to enjoy my life and be the best person that I can be. That is so real, Kiwi. What if my authentic self is annoying and unlikable? That's a good point. Well, I would argue that your authentic self is also malleable, and it can be shaped by your experiences in life. So again, I think that would just tie back into what I said before, where I think the more you talk to people, the more you reflect, work on psychological tactics, therapeutic tactics, journal, do shit that's good for you, work on yourself. But simultaneously, not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. And there are people out there that would like you, just for you. So do those people a favor and work on bettering yourself. But there are people out there that would like you for you. Twin, that's not even a little beer. What do you mean, Jono? A liter is a lot, right? We're on the same page here? A liter of beer is a lot? You're supposed to drink like 3 liters of water every day? I drink like 1 liter, maybe. I feel bad for the hosts and hostesses. I'd make food for them almost every night. That's so wholesome, bro. My cheap-ass place of work gave us a 10% discount. 10%! Like, I should be getting free food. I'm sorry. If I work at a restaurant and I'm getting paid minimum wage and no tips, at the very least, you should send me home with 1 free dish. Literally, like, even if it's just an appetizer or something small, something. But a 10% discount, that's just offensive. Meow. Hello, Ara. Greetings, twin. How are you doing, Ara? Streamer discovers water. Okay. Be yourself and you'll find people who like you. Exactly. It's like, it's a mix between be yourself and there are people out there that will like you for you, but also don't get complacent. Don't just get comfortable and stop working on yourself. Get out there, live life, experience life, challenge yourself, because that's what makes you into a better person. Practice being nice to people. Practice being polite. Practice being supportive. Whoa. In Australia, you can drink under 18 if you're with family in the house. I have to pee, not gonna lie. No, about an ounce of water per pound of body weight per day. Not a set number for everyone. Oh, that checks. I'm like 138 pounds? Like 140? Wait, so 140 ounces. Yeah, I don't know ounces, bro. I say that like I know what an ounce is. I have no idea what 148 ounces looks like. Like, I know logically that I'm doing good, but I get so worried that everyone is just being nice and don't actually like my presence. No, because I get that. But the way that I see it is I can only control myself. I can't control how they feel about me. So, I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing. Like, I'm gonna hang out with them. I'm gonna be myself around them. If they are secretly disliking me and harboring resentment, that's not my problem. As long as I'm being myself, I'm not being an asshole. I'm showing up, and they still don't like me. They think I'm cringe. They think I'm annoying, whatever. I can't do anything about that. I've done my part. I showed up. I was authentic. And if they don't like that, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person, but it doesn't mean that it's my problem either. Like, it's certainly uncomfortable. I'm speaking like I would be totally unbothered if I found out a friend didn't like me. Bro, that shit would have me curled up in bed sobbing. Or would it? You know, it really depends on the mood. You know what I've noticed? Sometimes I can go through the most tragic event and not cry at all and just like be totally detached. But then other times I will literally stub my toe and then start sobbing. You know what grinds my gears? Restaurants who use AI images for their menus. Does that actually... There's no way. Kiwi, it's called hormones. Very true. Very true. Hi, Fatsia. Hello. Hello, Spangle. Yeah. Wouldn't a restaurant using AI for its menu be false advertising? What? Kiwi can eat... I missed the message. Okay. Talking about Kirby spitting beer into my mouth. Okay. 1 liter is like 3 12-ounce cans of beer. So it's 36 ounces. So I need to be... What? So I need to be drinking 3 liters? No, you're lying. There's no way. I'm behind on chat? No, I'm not. I'm on the same page. I'm doing pretty good. So you should be drinking a lot more water. Ugh. I drink my water in the form of lemonade. Wouldn't it be Dr. Pepper? I do not like soda. We do not like soda in this house. I drink water and cold brew. Sorry for interrupting, but why do you look like Elliot Page? I don't know who that is. Hello, Ashley. Greetings, twin. You need to drink 12 liters of water a day. Oh my gosh. Another thing, I pee so goddamn much. Literally ask my boyfriend. I pee so much. Before stream starts, I pee like directly before. But I will literally have to pee like 7 minutes later. Because the problem is, I drink coffee before stream. And I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my body, but it seems to just pass right through. Where the... Hello? Please? Finally. Jesus Christ. Kiwo, I get paid in 2 weeks. You ready to do art for me? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the details are in my Discord server. Caffeine is a laxative. But that's not for pee-pee. That's for poo-poo. She pees on him. I'm sorry. Fat Seal, I love how you apologized in the same breath. Okay, back to the fun discussion. Meatball Jones, I've been alone so much in my life with no one. How do I be myself, knowing I won't have anyone if I do? But that's simply untrue. That's simply untrue. You're not going to be alone for being yourself. In fact, being authentic and pursuing the things that make you happy is one way to make more friends and to be happier and more social. Masking, being afraid, that does not lead to social success, in my opinion, because you're going to be uncomfortable. I know how it feels. I did it for most of my life with most of the people I interacted with. Caffeine is a dietetic, not a lax. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it makes you piss. Well, that checks out. Okay, but like I also have to pee all the time, even when I don't drink coffee. But hey, that's good to know. I can't really do anything about it because I need coffee to function, but that's good to know. TS woman so educated. Kiwi, when is a psychology collab with Panussi? Panussi. Psychology collab? Wait, that'd be awesome. As far as I know, I think Panui and I are doing Magma? Magma? You know, the collaborative drawing software? Where you guys can draw with us? The stream is taking the piss. Ha! Ha! Yo, speaking of piss. Sharky, I think the collab is gonna be like next week, maybe? You can train your bladder by holding it / waiting longer. Isn't that really bad? Doesn't that make it even worse? Why is that piss so clear? That's because it's water. That's because it's water. Why does it look yellow even in a perfectly clear glass, bro? What are we doing? Oh my. Do not hold your pee. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Holding your pee is what leads to, like, infections. I don't know, it's just hard to not want to be someone else because my entire life I've been outcast for who I am. I get that, Meatball Jones. I get that. But again, it's all about being authentic and finding people who support you for you. And you can still improve yourself. But it shouldn't come from a place of, I'm not good enough, people are gonna hate me if I don't improve, I need to improve this for other people to like me. Rather, it should be from a place of, I want to do this because I want to be the best person that I can be. And I want to experience life. I'm gonna hold my pee. It's the reflection of your hair because of your ginger hair. But yeah, we can go back to the topic of, like, doing shit in life. I feel like most of us here are probably not as social as we could be. Be honest. Be honest. Can I get a show of hands? How many of you are antisocial? How many of you spend too much time indoors? Be honest. Okay, I gotta go take care of my little cousin. I'd stay longer to keep talking, but I don't have the opportunity. Okay, Meatball Jones. It was good to have you here, twin. Thank you for joining us. Not greetings. Goodbye. Hello, Banui. Welcome in, twin. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. Me, Gwen. Me, I do SoCar. Kirby, you're asocial. Animal Caris. Holding your pee can and will fuck up your kidneys. I hold in my pee every stream. What? Yo. To what degree? To what degree? How much holding in of the pee is enough to be harmful? And Banui is so antisocial, I hate being in social gatherings. That's kinda real, Magical Woodlander. I've honestly been working on talking with strangers in person more, TBH. Furry fandom has been carrying me in that regard. Flash drive, that's so huge. I wanna go to a furry convention. Bro, we're pulling up. That's such a good idea. Yo, I need to remind myself somehow. Yo, Retro, if you're in here, can you shoot me a DM? Telling me to look at conventions in my area? I gotta pull up to one of them. Cause you're right, Flash drive, that's such a good idea. Please do it, cons are so much fun. Hell yeah. Hell yes. I find socialization very exhausting. Me too. But I feel like, at least in my case, it's a muscle that can be trained. The less that I socialize, the worse I am at it, for sure. For sure. We're in peak con season 2? Really? Really? Gulp. Can I go to a furry convention even if I'm not a furry? Or, like, not a... externally a furry. I have that furry in me. It courses through my veins. You just can't see it on the outside. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. I'm gonna put on a 4th nail. Go to pissing convention. Pecan. Alright, bro. You have a furry in you? Okay, Sharky. Absolutely, most people don't dress up. Oh, inside me there are 2 wolves. People invite their non-furry partners to conventions all the time. You know what would be really awesome and funny? If I took a neurotypical-ass friend to the furry convention with me. That would be really funny. I have contamination OCD, and so I don't leave the house apart from medical stuff, but I need to work on that more. Interesting. Interesting run. I used to think that I had contamination OCD. I'm starting to think it's just my autism or something. Because what I have is super mild compared to like actual OCD. I get that it's a spectrum and it doesn't always look the same, but I'm convinced that mine is legitimately just autism. This shit is not staying on my nail. It's like the little glue thingies that you press on and then you peel off the pink part and then you stick it on. I'm trying to have Phoenix in me. Fuck, I can't delete my messages. Alright, Fat Seal. We all saw that message, by the way. We're all looking at it. Hey, for those of you who didn't hear, Fat Seal said, I'm trying to have Phoenix in me. Who needs to socialize when you can read books and grind languages? But see, like, for me, that doesn't give me fulfillment. I need to experience what the world has to offer. I need to go out there and live life. I don't want to stay cooped up in my room all the time. You smell me? Who doesn't, though? I forgot what I said. My social battery is in the negatives and working overtime. I just want to stay in bed all day but can't. I'm sorry to hear that, Banui. Are you not able to sleep right now? Are you not able to sleep? Even though I'm not sub, I haven't gotten ads. This is peak. W. Not gonna lie, like, I didn't know that subs were $8 fucking. That's crazy. Twitch is actually so greedy, bro. Y'all know that Twitch takes 50%, right? And for what? Literally for what? Oh my gosh, goodness gracious, this is so hard. Is it on? I can't even tell. It's even harder to do this when I have some nails on. Finally. Look, it's the little glue thingy. Okay, now look. Nail. The pricing is dependent on your area. That's what I believe. Thank you, Sweetie Pepper. Yo, W Sweetie Pepper. Hello, Smokey Debug. Gifted a sub to Psycho Boot. Yo, W Pepper. Thank you, twin. Whoops, wrong person? Uh-oh. Pepper, I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much, twin. Twitch takes 50%. Well, according to Twitch, my 50% of a sub is like 30 cents. So, like, on my side, I was under the impression that subs were $5, and I got $2.50 from subs. Maybe I got that information from old videos, and the price has changed since then. But I know that Twitch is still greedy as hell, and they take 50%. Meow. So, I didn't even know that it was... Subs are $6 in America. It's $8 for me in upstate New York. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious! Thank you so much, Mist. Let me get a W Mist immediately. Holy moly! Thank you so much, twin. This Mist is single-handedly carrying the Germany counter. And Mist with the giant Kiwi dance emote. Thank you so much, twin. Goodness gracious. In the past couple days, Mist has got this thing up like 10%, I swear to God. Thank you so much. And Sweetie Pepper, oh my. Sweetie Pepper gifted a sub to my son. Mist, thank you so much, twin. Sweetie Pepper, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Holy moly. Holy moly. You guys are so kind. W Sweetie Pepper, W Mist. Bro, TS community is so amazing. Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy the subs, y'all. This goat, he's so generous. He's so generous. Thank you, Mist. I sound like a broken record, but like truly, you guys are so amazing. I'm so bashful. Thank you so much. Someone gift 67 subs. Do not gift 67 subs. There's no need. Okay. You guys are amazing. Thank you. So, back to the topic of doing more in life. One of the reasons why I really want to sing is because I feel like it would help me with being entertaining. Being entertaining. You know what I'm talking about? I think stage presence is a really cool skill to have. Being fearless in front of an audience. You know what I'm talking about? Ironically enough, sometimes it's easier for me to perform on a stage than it is for me to engage in small talk. Because at least on stage, everything is like scripted and you know exactly what to do. And nobody else is talking to you. And if they are, it's scripted. Whereas in small talk, they can say whatever they want. And you never know what they're going to say. And you never know how to respond. And you never know what they're thinking. And it's awkward. And there's no script. Oh, for sure, I had a hard time doing a presentation for the first time last semester. For the first time? Wait, Amr, you've been in school this whole time and this is your first time doing a presentation? What? I remember one time, in my senior year of high school, we had to act. We had to act out. What was it? Was it like Romeo and Juliet or something? It was some poem. Or like a little mini script. And we had to learn the lines and then act it out in front of the class. When I'm doing public speaking, it's like, it's a coin flip. Either I'll do amazing and I'll barely feel scared at all, or I'll feel horrible and my heart will be pounding out of my chest and my throat will be closing up. But like, funnily enough, I really struggle in classrooms, whereas I don't struggle on stage. On stage, I'm kind of just locked in. I'm kind of in the flow state. But in a classroom, bro, part of my problem is because I swear to God I have some disorder where I always have to fucking clear my throat. You've probably heard me on stream clearing my throat all the time. And that's not a problem when I'm talking loudly and there's noise and I can clear my throat whenever I want. Then it's fine. Then it's chill. Then it's comfortable. But in a silent classroom where everyone is staring at you. Oh! Banui gifted a tier 1 sub to Evil Kiwi Draws. Yo, thank you, Banui. I appreciate it, twin. I mean, well, W Banui, I didn't say anything. You heard nothing. W Banui in the chat. W Banui. I'm gonna scratch you with my new nails. Ah. Oh! Mist Life gifted a tier 1 sub to Evil Orange. Okay, yo, Banui, Mist, you guys are the goats. You guys are the goats. Holy W. Does Evil Kiwi actually draw? Yes. Yes, she does. There's just something about being in front of a class. Exactly. I love public speaking so much, on God. Aura. Believe it or not, giving presentations in Arab countries, as far as I know, is probably done in university and almost never in school. I had to do so many presentations in my years of education. So many. And the thing is, it's really a shame because I'm not terrible with public speaking. I'm not terrible. It just sometimes randomly I would become terrified. Again, it just really depends. I did a presentation for college and that shit was smooth. That shit was... Oh, it was smooth like butter. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Maybe because it felt more chill. Because we were all kind of in it together and I had a group mate. Oh! W Banui twin. W Banui with the gifted sub to Willow. 480 gift subs. Holy W. Public speaking is my worst nightmare. I get that. But like, when you really think about it, well, no, I get it. Like, it doesn't help to think about it logically most of the time. But for me, it really helps to remember I'm just doing my thing. Either I'm here for a purpose to entertain, or I'm here because I have to be here to give a presentation like everybody else in the class, and nobody gives a fuck. So I just try to have the most fun that I can, or I try to do the best that I can. And when it's lame shit like a school presentation, I see it as an opportunity to improve. You know what I'm talking about? But I really prefer being in front of an audience or something, like on stage, rather than in a classroom. I hate classroom. No. They're too quiet. They're too quiet. I had to demonstrate something in basic training while the drill sergeants were watching. That sounds scary. Speaking, I heard that Sturmer. No, you didn't, Banui. No, you didn't. Shh. No, you didn't. In 9th grade, we had to do a really shitty portrait video where we would recite assigned lines from Romeo and Juliet, but we had to act in character. The worst part, it was during COVID, so we had to do it at home. Oh, goodness gracious. I took choir during COVID in middle school? Was that middle? Yeah, that was middle school, yeah. And I had to record myself singing. This was the first time I'd ever recorded myself doing shit. Like set up a camera and spoke to the camera. And I had to record myself singing, and that was so awkward. Bro, shout out to Kiwi Draw's YouTube channel because that absolutely saved my ability to speak in front of a camera. It felt so excruciating. Bye, Retro! Bye! OMG, I took choir during COVID too? Twin! It's so boring. You don't do anything. Oh my goodness!
Hope this hits it to 420.
Thank you so much, Mist. Yo, W420. Hit what the 420? The counter? Oh my gosh. It's at 41.83. Oh my gosh. Any day now. No, it's fine. I can just wait. No, it's fine. Oh, it's just never gonna update. Okay. Okay. W Miss Twin, thank you so much. Goodness gracious. And the thing is, almost 70% of my colleagues are all girls, and I was being stared at while presenting some linguistic theory no one understands, and it was really awkward. I stuttered a lot and couldn't arrange my thoughts properly. I get that! Oh my god, I get that. It's really hard to speak normally. I'm trying to unlock the skill where I can speak in front of an audience as if I'm just talking to somebody that I'm comfortable with. Because it feels like when you're freaking out, the critical thinking part of your brain, the frontal lobe, is just turned off. So there's no reasoning, there's no, like, contemplation, it's just fear. Deer in the headlights. W missed. W missed. Did it update yet? No, it's fine. No, it's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't need to keep track of the earnings anyway. It's fine. Is that a delay or is it just not counting the bits? I'm confused. I got a snack from the kitchen and saw my neighbor naked through the kitchen window. Are they just roaming their house with no clothing on? What's happening? The only presentation I didn't stutter or get nervous in was culinary. Aura. Wait, you also said that you worked at a steakhouse, didn't you? Maybe it's your calling. The bits might actually be glitchy? Really? Kiwi made a ticket, so as long as you agree to the price, I'll pay when my next check comes in. Sounds good, Gwen. Sounds good. Thank you, Twin. 420. The hype train at 67%. It's amazing. Amazing. The worst presentation, standing in front of the fridge butt naked. And it was a guy. Yo, I'm so sorry you had to see that. I'm so sorry you had to see that. The worst presentation I ever gave. It was in my junior year of high school. I wrote a poem. Oh my, I probably still have this poem. We had to write a poem for this project in language arts, and we had to present it in front of the class. And instead of being like a regular kid and writing some nonsense bullshit poem, you know, just like pulling a couple words out of my ass and arranging them haphazardly, I decided to write a really deep and eloquent poem about this like borderline emotionally abusive relationship that I was in. But I made it like metaphorical enough to where you couldn't understand the actual meaning. But like I knew the actual meaning. And I kind of liked the poem. Holy self-clip. I kind of liked the poem. But when I went up to present it, mind you, the person that I wrote the poem about, the borderline emotionally abusive person, was in that class. They were in that class. They were sitting there. Clueless, by the way, because he was actually stupid. Like, clinically stupid. He would have no idea that it was about him. But the presentation was the worst experience of my life. So I was called up to the front to present. This was actually my favorite teacher ever, but that couldn't save me. The fact that I liked this class, it couldn't save me. It couldn't save me. Why would you have your students share their poems? Exactly? Because, like, some other poems were also super deep. It was like, oh, that's really personal. And I don't know this person at all, okay? Again, I made my poem so metaphorical and so symbolic and, like, what's the word? Pretentious? That you couldn't tell in the slightest what it was about. But I got up there, and then I felt my throat literally start to close. No. It's so embarrassing. No. So I start speaking, and I'm stuttering out the fucking wazoo. I'm stuttering so much, you can tell that my heart is pounding, and my tongue feels like 10 billion pounds, and I'm freaking out. Somehow, I'm doing worse than the average kid in that class with my presentation, when usually I'm fine. But I don't know, on this random day, I was struck with the complete inability to speak in front of an audience. And it got so bad. I was so scared, terrified, heart pounding, hands cold, shaking, that my throat literally started to close. And you know what I did? I played it off like I was tearing up. I played it off like my poem was so gassed and so heartfelt that it made me tear up to recite. Not a singular person in that class teared up during their poem. It was not that kind of assignment. Not a singular person. I was the only one. And I didn't actually tear up, but my throat was legitimately just closing on itself. And so I tried to play it off all smooth, like, oh, my poem's just so good. You know, it's so heart-wrenching. You know, it just really makes you think. It gives you a lot to chew on. And I tried to play it off like I was so tough. Like I was such a good writer that I even brought myself to tears. Holy high IQ maneuver. You're lying though. It was, oh, you're just being nice. Cause like, I feel like it was kind of obvious that I wasn't actually crying. Hell, I might have teared up a little bit, but not because I was sad. Because I was terrified. It was so cringe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but my teacher, God bless his soul, after I finished, he glazed the fuck out of me. He said something about, like, somebody had just read a really good poem, and he said, like, so-and-so, like, take that, or whatever. Implying that my poem was better. Like, okay, that shit was kind of fire, but my reciting of it gave me nightmares. Can we read the Bamak? Wait, was there a Bamak? Oh my gosh! Meower. I'm so sorry, Meower. I was so caught up in my story, I didn't even hear the meow. Thank you so much, Meower, for the Bamak. Was that you, Sharky? They say, it is I, Barack Obama. Thank you for your service to the femboy community. As a token of my gratitude, I would like to give you $4 Yo, thank you so much, twin. Yo, Meower, thank you. Meower, I'm so sorry I missed your message originally, twin. Barack Obama, it's a pleasure to have you in the stream with us. Thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate it. So, thank you for the follow, Stupid Pancake. So basically, I recited a poem, and I, started choking up and, 70% crying in front of the person that I was writing the poem about. In front of the male specimen that the poem was about. Thank God his IQ is room temperature. I don't think there's any way in hell he could have figured out that was about him. But, it was so embarrassing. Being vulnerable, even if it's in a roundabout way, causes the barbed wire throat. Really? Interesting. But, the thing is, I didn't feel scared about sharing it because, once again, I made it so esoteric. So, just, deeply juicy and symbolic, and it was so pretentious that nobody could have understood what I was talking about. I was writing about emotional abuse, period, but you would have no idea. None. So, I wasn't scared about... Pepper? I wasn't scared about reading it. No, I wasn't scared about, sharing my thoughts, because they were so concealed, but I was scared about presenting, and oh boy, did it show. Pepper, thank you so much for the cold brew, twin. Where did the I looked at my notification history and I just see a DM from Retro that says, FurryCon in your area. FurryCon in your area. It's like those scam ads. Hot moms in your area. Single, ready to mingle. Yo, Pepper, I'm pulling up my Buy Me a Coffee page because for some fucking reason it's hiding the notification from me. So I'm pulling it up right now. W Pepper. No, I'm just so emotional right now. I'm not having a heart attack. Exactly. That reminds me of when method acting, I would never show up to class. Oh, it was so bad. I think I went pee right after. I was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. That reminds me of when my classmate did a presentation at theater competitions and started crying because of her anxiety, but she was in the middle of talking about watching Phantom of the Opera with her father, and Loki tricked the judges into thinking he was dead? I mean, I guess. Is that method acting? Jono says, him watching the stream. There's no way he's watching this stream. That was the most neurotypical man I have ever seen. I don't think he knows what a furry is. Hi, Banui, I see you in chat. I haven't seen any messages from you previously, though. Him watching this stream is so funny. I think it's so crazy you can write a poem that he won't even know is about him, and it's such a good representation of the troubles in the relationship. Willow, why are you cooking? Holy symbolic? Pepper with the cold brew. Meower? I hardly know her. Wow, Pepper, that's a real knee slapper. Yo, Pepper. Pepper, I didn't know you were a comedian. But genuinely, twin, thank you so much for the cold brew. W, Pepper, that's my twin right there. That's my twin. Willow, you're actually cooking. That's how I saw all the problems and all the conflict and the troubles, but he didn't. Why are you cooking? Room temperature IQ, but you're European, so you're actually of average IQ. Yeah, no, I'm not European. No. Kiwi streams with the light from Buy Me a Coffee page. Right now I am. Actually. Hi, Phoenix! Hello, Phoenix! 10 stream streak. Hell yeah, that's my twin right there. Phoenix, how are you doing, twin? At Kiwi Draws, you should thank Gwen out of nowhere and say Gwen is the gay goat. Gwen is the gay goat. Shout out Gwen. And shout out Banui. It's like I'm doing a creative writing degree or something. Are you actually, Willow? That would explain it. That story is so funny, though. It was hell to live through, but looking back, oh my, it makes me giggle. It makes me giggle and kick my feet with delight. I'm gonna have to tell you guys more stories about that man eventually. That was a like 2-year endeavor. That was an experience. Not a good one. It's actually crazy the lows to which one can stoop when they have low self-esteem. This man, I'm telling you, I'm not even joking around when I say that he has a room temperature IQ. I'm not joking. Guys. This man has a restraining order against him from his recent ex. A restraining order. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mist. Heh, made you look. Emoji 53. Yo, Mist. Thank you so much for the cold brew, twin. You did in fact make me look, and I thank you for it. W Mist, that's my goat right there. Thank you, Mist. Super good right now. I'm currently working on art fight because I've been procrastinating. That's lovely to hear, Phoenix. Enjoy the drawing, twin. Yeah, sorry. So like I was saying, this homunculus has a restraining order against him. That story's actually crazy. I don't know how I feel about the restraining order. I feel like he really couldn't hurt a fly. But it makes me laugh. Is that wrong? It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh a lot. It makes me giggle and kick my feet. Is that evil? Just like all the shit that he put me through, and now he's going through the same thing. Isn't it crazy how karma works? My lips are hella chapped. At least let me commission you before you shout me out, okay? What if I shout you out before and after? Sometimes the glue holds the viewer to the stream. What does that mean, twin? What is this metaphorical wisdom you're putting down? Also, streamer, please look at Banui.com as soon as you can. Gotcha, Banui. Sounds good. I love telling stories. Wait, this stream was so fun. Couldn't hurt a fly, but bitches ain't flying. Yeah, like, he couldn't hurt a fly, but like, emotionally, he could. Says she doesn't drink a liter of water. Why are my lips chapped? Okay, Willow, maybe you're right. Holy clock, maybe you're right. I want to do more storytelling because this was actually so fun. That's another reason why I want to do more with my life, because I like telling stories. I want to have shit to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? Like, all these stories are from high school when I would actually go outside. Not the restraining order, but like the other ones. But I didn't do anything. It makes no sense to shout me out when everyone else is giving you money. But you're the goat. Kiwi, help, I'm burning. What's happening, Airborne? What's happening? Need to piss, don't drink water. Chapped lips, drink water. Need to piss. Exactly, Sharky. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Most of the time, I try to chug water. And especially before stream, I drink a lot of coffee to keep me awake. But the problem is, after drinking the coffee, I have to pee. And even during the day, when I'm not streaming, I drink enough. You know, I'm trying to get those liters in. And then I'm peeing legitimately every 30 minutes. Am I the problem? Do I have some anatomical defect or something? Like, what's happening? Airborne entered the atmosphere like a meteor. I've been here a month. How may I go already? Indeed. Because you have got that aura, twin. Couldn't have said it better myself. This was a cool stream. The stories are fun to listen to. Thank you guys so much. That makes me so happy. Kiwi, were the school bathrooms awful and mean? Actually, no. My school bathrooms, I have positive memories. Well, okay, scratch that. That's because I learned to lock the fuck in, and I learned to optimize my schedule. So I would go to the bathroom during my free period. I would go to the— Hi, Deb! Hello, Deb! Hi! Good morning, baby! What was I saying? My husband's awake. I would go to the bathroom during my free period, because let's think about this logically. If I go to the bathroom at break, it's full. If I go to the bathroom at lunch, it's full. Not only is it full, it's a hot box. It is cotton candy flavored. I am getting a lethal dosage of nicotine just by taking a piss. 75% of the stalls are utilized for group vaping. You gays had free periods? No, that's because... Why did I have a free period? Because I was a senior and I had already taken, like, all the classes that I needed. Something. I don't know. I keep forget. Something about math and whatever, and I didn't need to take all the classes, so I just had a free period. A lot of seniors had that, actually, at my school. My thirsty ass could not use a toilet. Maybe Kiwi is projecting and she's the one with the restraining order that keeps her locked in the house. No, sir. No, sir. Free periods were great for depression maxing. I'm not gonna lie. I used my free period to sit outside to get some sunshine early in the morning and apply to colleges. I was working. Sometimes I would play Brawl Stars, especially like toward the end of the year when my motivation started to decline. But, like, especially in the beginning, I was very productive during my free periods. I was working. There's a thing that went out about 14 girls in one stall, not a joke either. 14 girls, one stall. That sounds familiar. But yeah, one occurrence that I always saw is if I had the audacity to take a piss during public bathroom hours, break, lunch, I'm going to be waiting for 8 minutes because 75% of the stalls are occupied by multiple girls that are all vaping. Or just like straight up smoking weed. And my school did nothing about it until like my last couple of months there. And then their bright idea was to stick a monitor inside of the bathroom. So now I get to piss with somebody else standing there right outside. And I'm a shy pisser, I don't like that. Picking vapes from... I missed the message. I'm sorry, YouTube chat. I'm sorry. I'm so happy I graduated before vapes took off. Oh, you are lucky. I sleep again. Good night, Def. Good night. Of course you play Brawl Stars. Okay. What was I talking? They put a camera pointing into mine? A camera pointing into your bathroom? Loki, I used my free period to eat canes alone in my car. I did that sometimes. My free period was right before break, so even though it's not allowed, sometimes I would get the fuck out of there, cause, like, I could drive. I was hopping in my car. I was out of there. But, like, not often. Usually I had to work. I would do homework, I would apply to colleges, I would work on, like, employment shit. I didn't have any free periods. I was working hard to graduate a year early. Damn. I've never pissed in a school bathroom before, nor been there. Like, how? Dev, that's what I don't understand. I was pissing 2 times a day, and I actually cherished that time, because it was like, I'm in class, I'm overstimulated, I'm tired, I don't want to be around these people. I'm gonna raise my hand. Hello, teacher. Can I please go take a piss? Thank you, teacher. I have a big bladder. You were blessed with the bladder that I should have had. So I go to the bathroom, and it's quiet. And there's like, maybe one person in there, maybe 2. It's quiet, it's empty. Everybody's in class, nobody's in the bathroom. On a rare occasion, there would be people in the bathroom, but thank God there were 2 bathrooms, so I just make the hike to the other bathroom. I would walk to the other bathroom. If I walked in, and there was like, people would call on the phone in the stall. Bro, what? Why are you calling people as you are actively devoiding your bladder of content? I just don't get it. Or there would be people vaping in the stalls. So I would just go to the other one. Because visiting an empty bathroom when you're overstimulated from school is a beautiful experience. It's beautiful. And the big stall is always open when you go during off hours, when people are in class. If you try to go during lunch, it's going to be filled with people vaping. But if you go during class, it's going to be empty. It's going to be empty. Heh, nice shit, bro. Exactly. Because their femboy boyfriend wants to hear them piss. Hi, Dev. Hello, Dev. My high school was junior/senior high, so 7th through 12th grade, we had like 5+ bathrooms shared amongst everyone. Oh, goodness gracious. I never go to the bathroom at school because I don't drink enough water to produce a pee. A singular pee. The bladder was promised to us 3,000 pisses ago. I spaced out talking in the Discord. What did I miss? We were talking about school bathrooms, actually. I hate it when you're doing your business in there and the person next all over want to have a conversation with you. What kind of bathrooms are you using, bro? I can't say that anybody's ever had a conversation with me, aside from like, hey, can I get a pad? Or, oh, excuse me, I'm out of toilet paper. Can you give me some? But like, other than that, what kind of conversation are you having? When you're so shy, you start farting in Morse code? What? Huh? I have not used a school bathroom since 3rd grade. How? Wait, if your classmates were vaping, that must mean you're a darn kid? What does that mean? I remember having a free period and walking to the corner store to buy single cigarettes for 20 cents each when I was like 14. How are you buying cigarettes at 14? What? Huh? They tried to stop it. Now they're trying to keep phones in electronically locked pouches. Oh my gosh. In my last few years of school, they started collecting phones. That shit is so annoying. Unk alert. Was that the 80s? Oh. Hey bro, you got some toilet paper? Hey bro, you got some toilet paper? And then you respond to them by farting in Morse code? Wow. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. What was I talking about? Random conversation in bathroom seems fun. When I'm sitting on the toilet, the last thing I want to do is have a conversation. Yo guys, can we talk about something that we all experienced? Let's talk about deploying your first SaaS solution online with an architected infrastructure on AWS using ECS, Fargate, CloudFront, and S3, CloudWatch, MongoDB, Atlas, with GitLab CI/CD. That's a whole lot of words. Yo, Dev. Yo, Dev. I agree, sweetie. I agree. But I couldn't have said it better myself, Dev. I couldn't have said it better myself. I was actually thinking the same exact thing. A kid in my school got beat by a teacher so bad in the bathroom he got blood all over one of the walls. The student was the one that started the fight? Who is brawling it out with a student? What student is throwing punches at a teacher? What? There weren't many fights at my school. There weren't many fights. That I know of. I was autistic, so, like, oftentimes I would spend lunch in the classroom of my favorite teacher. So maybe I missed fights. I was hanging out with my fellow autistic kids. I was hanging out in the math classroom at lunch. I was one of those kids, generally speaking. Some kid got tased during a school pep rally? Wish I remembered the whole story. What? That can't be legal. That can't be legal. There's no way. I'm a certified solution architect associate. This is an insult to my face. Wow, baby. Wow. Guys, he's so smart, isn't he? Also, I don't eat school lunches or breakfast, so I don't really need to use the bathroom in school much anyway. And I'm not really chugging water. Twin? Let's get more calories in there, Twin. Twin, why are we skipping breakfast and lunch? Let's get more calories in there. You said in my school there were scandals. There was such a baffling story. It's high-key, like, classified information. I don't think I should even tell it, but maybe one day I'll tell you guys the story. Because it was literally my favorite teacher, too. It was literally my favorite teacher, and it was so weird. I missed fights. You missed them? Or you missed them? Guys setting fire to girls' hair? What's going on? Indian high schools are a little tame here, but I hear all sorts of tea down the grapevine these days. I'm so far removed, detached from the grapevine. I need to start talking to people. Someone got down in the hallway at mine. What does that mean? Got down. There was this couple at my school that would always make out in front of a certain window. And one of my favorite teachers was telling us about it because the window was see-through on one side and on the other side it wasn't. And my teacher was inside the window where they would make out every day. And and these literal high schoolers would sit there in a public-ass environment in a school making out in front of a window that was see-through for those inside. I don't even understand. Like, how could you feel comfortable making out at a school in public? Wow, nice nails, baby. They look gorgeous. Thank you, Dad. I put on one more during stream. I put on this one during stream. I put on these 3 before stream. And then the rest I haven't done yet. They were banging. Oh. People had sex in the hallway at your school? What? One day in study hall, there was a fight directly in front of me. I was just trying to sleep. You were sleeping in study hall? Poor twin. Poor twin. My friend said in their school there were girls audibly snorting in the bathrooms. What? Where are they acquiring these resources? Yo, that's a rhetorical question. But like, what? They were banging. I ate breakfast before school. The meds I take for my ADHD also really calm my appetite. Oh, I see. I see. I think we've all had some fucked up high school / middle school experiences. Agreed. Guys, we should do a stream where we all talk about drama from high school / middle school. We should do that. We should do that. I'm planning that. We are going to have a gossip stream. I eat at school and drink 3 liters of water a day, and I still never been to their bathroom. The only time I was there was because my best friend went there and I waited for him at the door. I envy your bladder. I envy you, Dev. I envy you. I have to pee right now. I bet you didn't know that. Because I'm such a strong soldier. I don't let it show. I don't let it show. Yes, Gwen, you can finish your laundry and shower. Another kid pissed in one of the English teacher's chairs. There's this one kid in my 5th grade class that peed his pants. And we all giggled about it, but like high-key, it wasn't his fault. The man just had to pee. Goodbye, Jono. Caught a couple doing reproduction in a stairwell one time coming back from the bathroom. At school? Bro, how are people fornicating in public-ass areas? That is such an intimate and personal act. Not to mention, like, very unsanitary to be doing in a stairwell. Bro, what? How the fuck? How could you get into the headspace of reproduction in a public-ass, school-ass stairwell? Okay, I'm back. You can continue the conversation. Oh, I know you have to pee, baby. Oh. Wow, you were at like 3 different points in the chat at once. I'm impressed. Guys, did you know me and Kiwi call 3 hours a day and she's on the toilet 90% of it? So that's a lie. That's a lie. She was giving birth Who is giving birth? God gives his weakest bladders to his strongest soldiers. Amen! That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm becoming a stronger man because of it. These stories are from 10 to 12th grade, so it's not like they're children. Yeah, that's fair. Although, like, they're still little. They're still little. The person got knocked after that, I'm pretty sure, too. Knocked out? Or knocked up? People be horny. Yeah, I guess. But, like, so horny that you would do it in a public stairwell? Knocked up. Oh, so she was impregnated on the public stairwell. That's nice. I just feel like maybe we should take those activities and relocate them into a private space. Oh my god, in my high school, kids had a dean called on them because two of them were touching each other way too inappropriately while the guy's friends were helping cover them. Ew! Can't that be a charge? Isn't that like public indecency or something? Are they exempt from that just because they're in high school? Like, what's going on? Asexual means you don't get play and you want to hide it. Yeah, you're so right, Dev. Asexual means you just can't get bitches. You're right. Nah, coaches don't play. My high school wasn't that bad, thankfully. We just had a lot of fights. My cousin had his first kid at 16. He's now having his second with my ex? Excuse me? I'm gonna need the full story right now. My cousin had his first kid at 16. He's now having his second with my ex. Mom, where was I made? Building 500 stairwell. ZXCCXZ01, thank you so much for the Prime Twin. I appreciate it. W. Some guy was touching my cousin in the public pool. My dad caught him. I swear to God, don't let that shit happen in front of me. I'm throwing hands. I talk tough, but I feel like if I was ever put into an uncomfortable situation like that, like a dangerous, unacceptable situation, I would high-key be so scared. I just freeze. I feel like. We were inseparable, and then, yeah. Wrangler. What do you mean your ex left you for your cousin that had a kid at 16? I'm gonna need some details, because right now I'm judging the fuck out of your ex. The lore keeps getting worse, bro. What is this? Oh my goodness. My goodness. I don't have an American sweet grandma, but you do sound like one. You are Jen so sweet. Is Mist the grandma of the Kiwiverse? Be honest. Should I save my only memory of drama in my high school for the gossip stream? Yes! I'm excited. Yo, bro's name is an Uber Eats promo code. Thank you, Twin, for the 50% off. Okay, Dev. Okay, baby. Okay. The tea is scalding, and I'm low-key enjoying it. Me too. I needed this. This is healing. Het slop drama is entertaining, at least. Het slop drama. Oh. This was, like, high-key already a gossip stream, but we'll do a full-on gossip stream. Not tomorrow, but probably the day after. Tomorrow I'm not streaming. My toe is low-key goopy. I'm so changing my name after this. Grandma Mist. Mima. Hello, ZXCCXZ01. Lovely to see you in chat, Twin. Kira, the difference between me and a homeless person is that you notice me. Where's Kira? Someone get him in here. Also, in basic training, we were one of the last all-male training troops. The drill sergeants found some condoms in the 2nd platoon bay. Wrangler, why do you have so many stories, bro? Why do you have so many stories? You've truly traveled the world. You've experienced life. All-male training troops. The drill sergeants found some condoms in the 2nd platoon bay. That reminds me, one time I was walking in the parking lot at my school, and I see a hot dog on the ground, and I see a small plastic item next to the hot dog. Spoiler, it was a condom. It was a used condom. I saw a hot dog and a used condom on the ground. Why is there a hot dog and a used condom on the ground in the parking lot? We get more details during the gossip stream? Okay, twin, okay. My toes are always goopy. Hashtag resourceful. Bro got the munchies after getting some. Kiwi touches grass, rare experience. I used to touch so much grass. So much. A hot dog? Amateurs. My thought process was that they tested out the condom on the hot dog. That's what I assumed. Or it was just a setup to troll people, to get them to giggle at it. Come on, like a hot dog, and then a conveniently placed used condom. I think must have dropped their hot dog holder. I think that it could have been planned. Art, hot dog condom, C2020X. Amateurs? That puts me in a bad position, babe. Oh my, no, the hot dog was massive. The hot dog was way too big, there's no need for that much length. The hot dog was unacceptably large. I just remembered my friends and I found a pocket pussy in a bush at school. Why are we utilizing such apparatuses in an educational environment? Yo, Gerald, thank you for the follow, twin. Why are we utilizing such apparatuses in an educational environment? Why are we bringing that shit to school? What? Why are we bringing that shit to school? And then discarding of it in the bushes. It's about girth, not length. I mean, I like my hot dogs like average. I don't like the hot dogs that are really thick. You know when they try to get fancy with it? Oh my god, hello Ambi. Yo, thank you for the raid, twin. What an awkward time to come in. Yo, it's good to have you, twin. How was your stream? I like the hot dogs that are normal. Like the cheap ones. I don't like when they try to get fancy with it and it's more expensive and it's like a beef hot dog or whatever. And it's always bigger and it's like too much. Hello, Ambi. It is good to see you, twin. There was also a huge turd in the same bush months later. The hot dog was for one desperate lesbian strap. Gotta get resourceful. Gotta get resourceful. Turkey dogs are on top. Yeah, I know, you lost me. You lost me. You lost me. My cousin gave my teacher a black eye on accident? How? Is this the same cousin that's dating your ex? My middle school had multiple ORGIES that led to multiple explosions. What do you mean, middle school? When I was in middle school, I didn't know what fornication was. When I was in middle school, I was drawing furries and watching animation memes on YouTube. What do you mean there wasn't at your middle school? What the fuck? What the fuck? I feel bad for this raid. The cylinder must remain unharmed, ass hot dog. Goodness gracious. Terrific time to join stream. There was a kid that flashed his cock at a theater one time during class. Oh, okay. We're talking about high school stories. Oh, before the whole X thing happened. Got it. Got it. When I was in middle school, I thought my dad could fly and shoot lasers through his eyes. Oh, baby, I know. I know, baby. Hey, your learning was a little bit slow, but that's okay. We still love you. Bro, they literally had a Snapchat group that discussed, like, which bathroom to use and stuff. The middle schoolers did it on campus? That's just disgusting. That's just disgusting. Let's put a pin in that. That's disgusting. Wait, put a pin means to, like, end it, right? Is that what put a pin in it means? I hope so. What the fuck? Read my former text, Stinky, before raid. Censor word pussy, kiwi, fears, female reductive... Censor the word pussy. Kiwi fears female reproductive system. She has a phobia. I do not. Mama, you're not streaming on YouTube, right? I am. Is this Toss? Is this Toss? Come back during the gossip stream. Alright, twin. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my god. YouTube doesn't exist, don't worry. Yeah, true. True. Should I just, like, quickly private this VOD or what? No, I feel like it's safe. Thank you for the follow, Tikiman. W twin. My high school theater had a senior jack off into a prop cow. They continued to use the cow for plays. Wow. Oh. We are straight up saying jack off. Yeah, but is that Toss? Is that Toss, be honest? Yeah, Quiet and Charlie talk about way worse. You're probably fine. That's my point. That's my point. Every time my message got flagged, Mama. It's okay, Phoenix. I got you. Every time I talk about something that's like NSFW in any way, I always get comments saying, bro, you're gonna get taken down. Bro, you're gonna get banned. But I swear, like, Moist Critical talks about things that are infinitely worse. He literally brings dildos into his videos. I feel like I'm allowed to talk about a hot dog next to a condom on the floor. We care about you. Aww. Thank you, Phoenix. Babe, the vagina incident, remember? You mean when I pegged you? Or which vagina incident? You should start bringing oversized dildos on stream. I truly am embracing my Moist Critical identity. The comparisons would only increase. No correlation? Oh, okay, baby, okay, baby. I was just wondering if it was that instance or a different instance. It's okay, YouTube can't read. Miss Straight over here hates female reproductive organs. Who said I was straight? It always, like, high-key offends me when people think that I'm straight right off the bat. I mean, like, technically I'm straight. Technically. Am I straight? What does straight mean? Because I'm ace flux, but am I also straight? Go in depth, Mama? About my sexuality? Effectively straight. Did you not spell it the exact same way? Straight. Is that not the exact same spelling? Am I going crazy? Would you date a vagina? A sentient vagina? Hey, I'm right here, Twitch fuckers. Hi. Hi. Sorry I got excited. Let's just say, if Dev chose to transition, I would be along for the ride. If Dev chose to transition, I'd be chillin'. I'd be chillin'. I've seen the word straight too much, it doesn't look real anymore. W Kiwi. Wait, I have a screenshot from that. I'm talking about the clip where chat was spamming vagina. Oh, and you were reading them in fear. I remember that. That was so funny. Oh, I love you too, Dev. Ah, he's so cute. He's so cute. Or she, if he wants. Is it still going? So you are demi. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, so we need to do a gossip stream. Wrangler better pull up. Wrangler, I better see your ass in the gossip stream. And then we're also gonna do... What was I gonna say? Oh, I'll talk... Hi, mommy. Mods, let's obliterate his ass, please. Not in that way. Not in that way. Let's escort him from the premises. Straight? No, I crab. What? In my Tua straight hawking it. No, not like that. Yo, not like that. I mean, like... Mods, obliterate his rectum. Not like that. There should be some terminology to distinguish between sexual attraction and romantic attraction, because asexual can still be dating and things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. Who said mommy? YouTube chat. YouTube chat. As per usual. I believe there is, Carrot. You can say, like, I'm demi-romantic, I'm demisexual, I'm asexual, I'm aromantic. God, I wish someone would obliterate my ass, am I right? Yo, Nina, you're talking about getting banned, right? You're talking about getting banned, right? Sending a hitman? Hey, I don't complain. My ex doesn't know I'm a demi-flux spy. I'm doing this right. I'm from a less queer-aware place. I'm a bit confused, Twin. Are you saying that, like, your identity isn't understood because people around you are not woke enough? If so, I'm sorry, Twin. Oh, like I was saying before I got distracted by that giggle-inducing YouTube message. We're gonna do a gossip stream. Might get some stories from annual training. Hell yeah, we're all giggling and kicking our feet. Dev pulled up the YouTube chat. Gossip stream. Sexuality talk. We're gonna talk about sexuality, not like having sex, but like sexuality, like ace flux and stuff. I like talking about sexuality. I think it would be cool to do a stream about sexuality. Wouldn't that be awesome? It won't let me open chat to ban that dude. I've been trying for like 5 minutes. Interesting. So, we're talking about sex? Isn't that what this stream was? No, this stream is not talking about sex. We are reaching levels of woke never seen before. The woke has won. It's over. It's over. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm not gonna be streaming. No stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going outside and I'm doing shit like I said I was gonna do. Adderall levels of woke. Tomorrow I'm going out and I'm living life. I am outwardly a bearded man as hell, but I don't really picture myself smexing. In fact, I tried going to a place to do it and I found it weird. Interesting. Interesting. Hello, YouTube chat. Bye, YouTube chat. Censoring YouTube. Target has been neutralized. Thank you, Dev. Thank you, Dev. Speaking of sexuality real quick, I have a very niche label that I never use because it's very specific. I just smudged my lipstick. Phoenix, if you want to tell us right now, that'd be cool. Or you could save it for the sexuality stream. It's up to you, Twin. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. Talk Tua. Sorry, first time talking about sex. Am I doing it right? Bro, we're not talking about sex. We are not talking about sex. We're not. We're not. Oh, Phoenix, omensexual. I've heard of omensexual. Is that the feminine or masculine? See you on the stream tomorrow, Twin. Yo, Sweetie Pepper. I'm not gonna be live tomorrow. I'll see you in 2 days. Not 1 day, 2. Yeah, almond sexual and berry sexual. Exactly, exactly. I've heard of those. Going into YouTube chat was so scary. I'm sorry, Anna Malakaris. Almond is masculine, berry is feminine. Oh. Hey, Kiwi, I'm fully naked, but I have socks on. Let's get some proof. Let's get some proof. My DMs are open. Dev, what are you doing? Why are you typing in the chat and not taking a picture to send to me? Am I gay? Yes. Interesting, interesting. Phoenix, are you almond sexual, or is it just like, this is a cool niche sexuality? Busting a nut on the... Okay. Okay. Me am? Okay, twin. Okay. Okay. One of the fun things about sexuality is that you can, like, stack them. They're stackable. For example, I think I have, like, many different labels, but the two main ones I would say are aseflux and demisexual, and they can coexist. You can stack them up. Me am, but I just say I'm pan. Oh, got it. Pansexual, but technically almond sexual, which means you are attracted to masculinity. So, pardon me if I'm incorrect, but doesn't that mean that it's like anyone that presents masculinely? Like, it doesn't matter what is inside of their pantalones, it's just how they present? Is that what almond sexual is? Sexuality is like damage multipliers and balatro. Oh, you don't want to enrage the kiwi. Holds you close. You're so dramatic. She's never gonna... Kiwi walks in. What was that, Phoenix? What were you talking about? With my boyfriend? You... I'm keeping an eye on you, Phoenix. I'm keeping an eye on you. Be careful. Be careful. Fuck. Throws Dev into oncoming traffic. I'm milk sexual. What is that? What's ace flux? Ace flux means you are ace sometimes. You are asexual sometimes, but it fluctuates. Not just 100% of the time fully asexual, but like, sometimes I'm feeling very asexual, sometimes I'm feeling kind of not really asexual, some blah, 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 blah. Hello, 404. So it's like not just I am asexual. I like to think of it as flux, fluctuate. Kiwi, you just don't get play. My literal boyfriend, by the way, who I will be pegging tonight. I will be pegging this man tonight. He is the play that I am going to get. Kiwi, the Minecraft shirt really solidifies your ace spectrum status. Thank you, Willow. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. Thank you. I'm referencing something? Oh, I know, baby. I know. I know. Question, what's the difference between ace flux and having a changing libido? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. I think it has to do with the fact that everybody gets to choose their own labels. One person could have fluctuating libido and just not want to call it ace flux. Maybe label themselves as like allosexual or something. Whereas another person might have just fluctuating libido for whatever reason, and they want to call that ace flux. That's what I think. I'm not a professional, but that's what I think. Because the beauty of sexuality is that it's not black and white. Oh, Retro pinned a message from Dev saying, I love you, Kiwi. Oh. But yeah, I think it's up to the individual to decide. And I think there can be multiple reasons for being ace flux. Milk sexual means I date crack. Yeah, you do. I might be pansexual, but I'm gonna be so real. One of the reasons I'm not is because I hate the colors of the pan flag, and the vexillologist within me overpowers all. That's actually so real. That's why I like Demigirl, because it has pink, white, and gray. That's flames. That's flames. Am I still gonna get pegged? Gulp? Yes. Yes. I'm skibbity penar sexual. It's basically bi, but different and unique. And y'all don't get it, only me. I'm gatekeeping. Aura just showed up to say, yeah, that's you. Nah, that's Aura. Okay, I'm actually gonna end stream now. It's been 2 hours! We're gonna do a gossip stream in 2 days. I'm not streaming tomorrow. Shout out Mist. Shout out Meower. Shout out Eli. Shout out Sweetie Pepper. I think Meower is Sharky. Shout out Sharky. Thank you guys for the cold brews. Shout out Banui for the subs. Thank you guys for your generosity today. You want to raid Panui? Bet, we'll do it. Shout out Kiwi. Shout out to my boyfriend who is getting pegged tonight. Hi, Dev. Hi. Get this Teto a true. 2 hours of misery. Okay. Awesome stream. Thank you, twin. I hate the progress flag. Not because I'm a bigot, but it's got a terrible design. Okay. Panui. I always forget, is it Panui or Panui? Which one? Which one? Shout out Kiwiverse. P-N-U-Y-Y. / Ray. Did you know it's also really hard to type with these nails? P-N-U-Y-Y. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I will not... Guys, when am I streaming? Not tomorrow. I vividly remember you saying you're streaming tomorrow? / Gaslight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Saying League, now auto blenders? That's funny, Retro. That's pretty good. Okay. No stream tomorrow. No, Sharky. No. No, Sharky. I'll be back in 2 days to share my life trauma. Yo, twin, I look forward to it. Sounds good. I'm excited. I got some more stories. I got some more stories stacked up. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be like a little sleepover. It's gonna be like a little sleepover. And we're all gonna gossip. The whole league thing is for the Discord server, by the way. Not for here. Pull up in 2 days, we're gonna have a gossip stream. And then maybe, like, after that, we could have a sexuality stream. Okay? I'm excited. Have a lovely day, Pookies. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm calling you Stinkweed. Hi, Deb. Hi, Pookie. Hi, baby. Okay. Bye for real now. I'm gonna go pee. I've literally been holding my pee this whole time. Right after being told that it's bad for you. Okay. Don't leave me, Kiwi. Oh, I'm sorry, Phoenix. Oh, no. Okay. You're gonna leave me like all the other YouTube chatters. Okay. Ew, that's gross. You shake people's hands, bro. What? At least wash them. Am I too late? Yo, Bodhi, the raid's gonna happen in like 7 seconds. Bodhi, it's good to see you. It was nice to see you for these 2 seconds. Mist, Mist, thank you for your generosity today. Oh my. Okay, please leave me, Kiwi. Okay.